Sometimes you can use the internet to find schematic drawings about your site. For example, if I were doing reprogramming the MoMA Hotel or the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, MFA floor plans, right? Look at images. So these highly schematic drawings are useful for programming and planning purposes. In fact, they're pretty strong communicators of programming information, right? Oh, Liberty Hotel, Boston. Floor plans. And sometimes people rent out for events, a hotel or some kind of function space. Or you could visit the building and find a drawing like this. Emergency evacuation plan, right? Which shows clearly the stairs. So I'm going to save that drawing, even though well, occasionally you will. Okay, let's save this image. I have a folder, Liberty Hotel evacuation. What else did we find? We have this. So Liberty Hotel makes this available for functions, floor plans for functions. That's pretty useful, right? Also has the shape of the balcony area, which we were examining other drawings for evidence of. This is a pretty good schematic view of each of these floors. So I'm going to save as. Can I save this? That's going to give me PDF. Yeah. Floor plan for functions. And then we can export those files to images. Let's try to do that now. Just put these aside and save this as lesson 7. File save as. We'll go to lesson 7. Plans. All right, because we're trying to refine our understanding of how the floors are laid out. I'll take these two drawings and save them to my working folder. And let's export images. Image. Ping. I think there's only one page there. This is a good way of thinking about your program too, right? Then what I can do is take these drawings and scale them in SketchUp. Let's import. That drawing. I don't know how big it is, but we can establish that afterwards. Because now that we have this information, let's just rotate this so it's oriented the way our drawing is. .90 degrees. Floor 2. Floor 5. So the most useful measurement is going to be across the tower there, right? Let's go to a top view. Turn off section cuts. Change the style to see-through, and let's just look at one of the drawing layers. CAD for floor 1. Turn off these. Geometry. So we can measure. Can't be 116 feet. It's probably snapping to something. Let's do this. Okay, we can do from that view. Lock the red axis in place. It's about 80.5 feet. So we can use that. I'm going to save this as a scene. Save as new style. Plan work with images. It really doesn't matter what, it's just convenient for me to go back. So I need to take that dimension somehow and scale this drawing. So let's take that explode, make it a group. And edit the group, take a tape measure to what we know is supposed to be 80 feet, is about 200, type 80 feet 6. Enter, they want to resize things, and close that group. So now we can use this. Let's, floor 4 and 5 is giving us a balcony, right? They look about the same. In fact, most of what the way this is divided up is about the same. So I'm going to go to a top view. Let's turn off geometry, move this somewhere we can move it up and then across. That's pretty good, right? With a high degree of confidence that that's about what that represents, so we can pretty easily model that center shape. So I'm going to let's create a layer for this underlay. Floor plan image underlay. Take this thing and put it on floor plan image underlay. What I want to do now is create a shape that represents this opening. I'll start by drawing a rectangle that's the center of it. And then each part is going to have about that. Line connecting those. This is not terribly precise, but this is going to be good enough. Going to need to cut out or add that shape. Let's go right to this edge. So, use the erase tool. This is not the only way to draw this. Whoops. I didn't draw a rectangle in there. Not the only way to draw it, but that's one way to do it. And then draw a line here. We got it all, I think. If I turn off the underlay, you can see what it is that we're working with, right? So I just sort of combined, traced over that geometry to arrive at this shape. It's probably centered in there, but that'll be close enough. Let's group it and save it. Oops. Make group, and that's going to be the center opening. Could call it, you could make it a component and just set it at different heights, but we can give it a name. Well, we don't have to bother. So how can we use this? Well, let's draw a fourth floor slab. Here's a fourth floor slab, right? it has attributes. I think we assigned it an elevation, 635 inches. I think that's to the top of that shape. If we do the same for this, for that group, set a Z value, 635. I believe it'll be coincident with the top of this floor. Let's go to a front view. Oh no, we have to add the thickness of the floor. So let's add 635 plus 12 is going to be 647. And that'll sit on top of the floor slab. So here, let's create a layer for this so that we're clear. Outline of tower opening. And this thing is going to be on that layer, outline of tower opening. And so this way I can hide it if necessary. So let's turn it on for now. Select it and just grab its geometry and copy it to the clipboard. Then close this group and hide this. So now when I edit this and say paste in place, that's going to sit right on top of the floor slab. And when I push it through, let's turn off X-ray for now so you can see what I'm doing. When I push this to face, it creates that void. I'm going to do that for each floor. You don't have to watch me do it for each floor, but after I've done it for each floor, then we have a more meaningful section, right? Let's close the group. I'll do it for one more. Floor slab 3. The elevation, the Z value of floor slabs, is at 389 inches plus the thickness of the slab would place that at 399 plus 2, 401 inches, right? So if I double click this and edit, paste in place, that stuff, if I made assign that 401, oops, sorry. Let me undo. Okay. That was supposed to be 389. Okay. Let's remove that. 389 plus 12 is 401. So I need now the outline of tower opening, but I'm going to change its Z value to 401. I'm going to edit it, copy, hide that outline, double click this group and edit, paste in place so that I can subtract it from this. I'm sure you're thinking, oh, I could do that more easily using so-and-so method. Doesn't matter how you go about it. So I've done 2 of the floors. Close group. All right, so now when I examine my long section or cross section, those openings in the floor are represented. So I need to add those openings to the rest of these floor slabs as well. Let's go to the section, the other section. All right. This is going to bother me, so I'll do one more floor. Let's go to isometric model view. View, set the style to X-ray. Let's turn on the layer visibility of the outline of the tower opening. Yeah, so it's in there. Let's turn off the tower walls. And we want to place that opening. We have it there. Where is it missing? It's missing from this floor. That floor has a Z value of 515. Plus 12 is going to be 527. So let's take this guy and give it a Z value of 527. So it's going to be coplanar with the top of that floor slab at 527 inches at top. Select that object, copy it all, close that group, hide it, hide the outline. I'm just going to take this floor slab. To make this easier, let's say hide rest of model. Right? Edit, paste that geometry in place. Push through to the face, close the group. Let's hide that floor plan image underlay. Not floor plan image underlay. And save this as a scene. New style. Floor slabs only. File. Save. Yeah, we already saved it. We already gave it a meaningful name. So say save and stop this lesson. And that'll be lesson 7, plans with the openings and more stuff we inferred.